Hello, 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 and good afternoon. And I have to say, sorry for the delay. So, Mirella, if you want to join me on Instagram.
Yes, I am doing it right now.
Yes, I am. Yeah, perfect. So, everyone, I have some really sad news today. And so yeah, technological issues is the thing. First, I have to say I'm really, really sorry, but I won't be able to broadcast the interview on Facebook. The internet is not giving me any joy today, so unfortunately, I cannot do that. I am, although, recording the meeting on Zoom as well, and I will share it later on Facebook with the full interview for the career champions today. So let's start by introducing the Career Champions. So Career Champions is a series of inspiring interviews with incredible people. And today we have Mirella Sileci, a singer-songwriter. Career Champions is a series of interview of people that actually follow their passion and really went for the things that they love and created a successful career for themselves. So allow me to first introduce myself. My name is Lucia Margarida Pestana. I am the founder of Pestana's HR and Coaching. I am a HR professional and a career coach. And I have to say, interviewing you today, Mirella, it's really interesting because it reminds me of the time when I used to do radio broadcasting, when I interviewed some really famous Portuguese bands like Silence 4 and Quinta do Bill back in the day. This is about like 20 years ago. But it's really, really good to reminiscing that past. And today for an interview, we will have Mirella Sileci. Mirella is a singer-songwriter. She used to be a marketing expert. She worked in marketing for 5 years, and she transitioned her career into singer-songwriter. So be sure to follow Mirella. I posted all the links for her Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Be sure to follow her because Mirella is an upcoming star, and you will see more as we get along in this interview. So, Mirella, first allow me to ask you a question. When did you know that being a singer-songwriter was your career of choice? And how did it all begin?
Hello, everyone, everyone who's listening, and thank you for joining. I think I realized, as not everybody knows, but I was part of a blues band here in Brazil before everything happened. And by then, I used to play with very, very good musicians, much older than me, like the age of my parents. And they were always they had that as a hobby. They were very successful business guys. And they were the ones who said, you have to do something about it. This cannot be a hobby for you as it's for us. So they're the ones that was the click came, I think. So that was when I was like, man, maybe I can do something professionally, but it was always like a taboo thing in my family. So we couldn't really talk about it or consider it for real. So that's when I was starting to think maybe that would be a possibility.
Okay, and how did you change your family's perspective in terms of having music as a career?
That was a very tough conversation actually, because when I started considering this as a possibility, I had to choose between my marketing life that it was already going on and risking something that I never done before, that was music. So for my family, they never, it was not like I asked them to do this as a career and they said, no, you can't. It was always a matter of don't you dare try something like that. So I never did. And I think when I said, because I had this as a plan, like doing this as something that they wouldn't know. I would do something like with marketing and music at the same time. And then I just told them that this is what I wanted to do. And once they accepted the idea, they never looked back. So today they are my biggest supporters. We had this amazing conversation years ago, like 2 years ago, about this idea. And then they said, they said very strong stuff that I never imagined they would say. So things that I think about it now. So I remember my mom saying, for example, sorry, that she admired that I consider her opinion for my life decisions, but that shouldn't be the case, because at some point I'm going to live my life without her. So I am the one living with the consequences of my decisions. So even though I want to respect them and consider their opinion, I'm the one living with the consequences of it. So.
That's very powerful. I mean, sometimes asking our parents, we fear what they might say without us even trying to ask, and sometimes parents, they really come up out of the woodworks, and they really come and they really surprise us in such a positive way. That is incredible. And how did you start your music career? I know that you came to study music in London. Would you like to tell us a bit about that journey?
Yeah. So as I said, I graduated marketing in Brazil, and then I moved to London to study music for the very first time. So that was a very big decision, because I never had anything related to music in my life. So leaving Brazil, leaving my family, all my friends, and starting new somewhere else in a new career was a life-changing experience. And when I was there and I started like studying music and doing all that stuff, it was something so different from everything that I was used to, that I remember thinking like, this is the best moment of my life. So I studied there. I graduated in live performance, popular music, and I started writing my songs. So I joined a band. I did my own band, and we started like playing in bars, playing in events, playing in. I actually also work for a music school now, so my career is going well in that sense. Obviously, with all the Corona situation, everything is kind of changed, but this is how my life changed professionally.
Mm-hmm. And, I know that you had a very successful career in marketing as well for 5 years. How was it like to transition from, steady job into a music industry, which a lot of people consider to be uncertain?
Yes, it is uncertain. It's very uncertain, to be honest. I think when you're trying to transition from something that you're getting your pay by the end of the month and something that you don't, it's already a very big decision. In my case, I worked for a Japanese company. It was called Honda. I sold motorcycles. I doing marketing, selling motorcycles for 5 years. And I don't regret for a single minute, because the things I learned there is stuff that I take for myself now. So I think marketing is a tool that you can use in any profession you are. So being graduated in marketing it's like the best thing I could have right now. I can see now that is a differential in other people that don't have that and have music as their first part of it. So I think studying, it's a very important part. Preparing, it's another important part. When I was working at Honda, I learned stuff that I take to myself right now. So being organized, being super focused, all the tools on presentation, because you have to sell yourself. In music, I am my own product. So the 5 years that I spent selling motorcycles, now I apply to myself. So I study my target, I study my audience, I see what I can give, what I can't, my opportunities, SWOT analysis, all this kind of stuff. So doing that transition only gave me good stuff, like having this past that at the moment I didn't understand fully, but now I see how much it made me grow.
Wow, that's incredible. I know that you entered a competition with Damien Keys, and you were in the top 10
Yes.
to get a contract with him. Can you tell us about that journey and how it was like for you to compete and to come in the top 10 of like more than 1,000 applicants? Yeah.
Yeah. When I did that, I found the competition like 2 days before the deadline. So it was a crazy time because we had to build this 1-minute video presenting yourself and say why you should be chosen, blah, blah, blah. And it was a journey. Like it took me 48 hours in like full 48 hours to do it. And it was super exciting for me. It was because it's kind of it's a way of you actually seeing everything you've done, everything I've done by that time. I could in 1-minute video, you know. So I did that and I started promoting on my social media, and it got so much bigger than I expected. A bunch of people that I never imagined joined, you know, the fight. And I felt so loved, honestly, because everybody was fighting with something that they don't have anything to win. It's only my project, you know. So and then we joined forces, and I got to the top 10, which for me was already a big accomplishment, like in 1,000 people that are trying to get that. And I didn't get it. I wasn't selected. And it was at the moment when I didn't get selected, I was like, oh, it's the end. Like, this is not for me. But then I could just see that Damien Keys is one of the guys that I most admire in the music industry. He's such a talented guy. He's a businessman with a different view to everything he does. And the way he commits to his work, it's super inspiring. I can see that he has a goal and he works step by step to get there. And this is what I try to do. So I learned with him a lot. So I already had in my mind that even if I didn't get selected, I would try to connect with him as much as I could. And this is what I'm doing now. I didn't get selected. I'm not in that program, but I still have Damien in my music life a lot. And I connect to him a lot. And I try to be as much in contact as I can, because anyone that has Damien Keys in their social circle is a fortunate person.
Wow, that's incredible story. And 48 hours to prepare and be in the top 10, that is an incredible achievement. And that's what hard work does. When once you work hard towards your goal, you will be sure to accomplish it. And that's an incredible success story. Thinking about your music career and coronavirus, how has this been challenging for you?
It's been very, very, very challenging. Before this all happened, by the beginning of March, I was in top of everything. Like, I could never imagine my career being better, because I worked for about a year and a half to get where I was. So I was looking for investors, and I was looking for a bunch of record labels and very nice producers. And the thing in music industry is you kind of need budget to make stuff happen. If you don't, things don't happen. So I was like going like that, and I got the investor and I got everything that I was looking for. And I was like, this is my time. This is when everything happens. And then coronavirus. So everything changed so quickly. And I know I'm not the only one experiencing that. It was a change in the whole world. Suddenly everything stopped. Everything was frozen, including all my plans. So everything that I was planning got frozen. No, we couldn't talk about it. It was like not a possibility. We can't talk about that right now. And I totally understand. Like, look at the situation we're in. I would never say like be disappointed in the sense of like you're letting me down. I think I got super frustrated at the moment when that happened. But it was something like, okay, so what can I do now? What can I do with what I have? So when that happened, so I have two moments. I had when I had everything set. So I had a marketing team. I had a very nice producer, like famous producer. I had people doing the video for me. I had everything going on. And then suddenly it was not part of the plan anymore. It was not a possibility. I can't afford that by myself. So it's not a possibility. So when that happened, I am very close to my family, and we kind of had this family meeting. So what's the plan now? And what we decided was, let's do it by ourselves. So everything that I'm doing right now, I'm going to release a song in about a month that's called Colorful. And everything that is going on with that song, I'm doing by myself. So I have a very nice producer by myself. He is super talented, and he's making this thing come alive. And he's the only thing that is being paid, because all the other ones I am doing by myself. So I'm doing the video, I'm gonna do the promotion, and the promotion thing is very, very nice, because everyone that I have on my social media, I am joining forces with everyone, because I want this song to get places, and I need them for that, to do that. So I'm gonna use everyone that's been joining my lives, liking my content, and following me on social media. I'm gonna use them as my marketing team. They're gonna be my agents.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea.
I might not have any money, but I have very good people around me, and I think that it's almost as important.
I think it is. I mean, it is, you know, once you have the right people behind you, it makes things easier, because they're there to support you, you know, to go all the way. And if anyone is watching, make sure that you follow Mirella on her Instagram, on her YouTube. Make sure that you you follow her, because you know the song "Colorful" is a beautiful song. If you follow her, you will be able to listen to it on one of her lives on Instagram. Is incredible song, and I highly recommend it. So your first song was Station to Station, and that's a song that you have on Spotify. How was, you know, that was your first song. How would you describe the creative process, and obviously creating it until you're putting it out there for people to buy and choose and listen to it? You know, just share that story with us.
Yeah, so Station to Station, it was one of the first songs I wrote when I got to BIM, to London. And because I was discovering this part of myself, because I always loved singing and I always loved music in general, but not really writing. Like, it's not that I didn't like, it's just that I didn't know how. I never did that by myself, especially professionally. So when I did Station to Station, I remember being seated in the stairs in the building, because I couldn't find any room in the rehearsing room. So I was just sitting on the stairs with a guitar, and I was just like, okay, so let's do this. How do I do that? And actually, Station to Station is not a sad song when you listen to it, but it has a very sad background. Something very, very sad happened in my family, and I was kind of tired of writing sad songs about it, because it was too tragic and too, every time I would sing, I would cry. So what's the point? There was no joy in it. So I wrote Station to Station, that is kind of a metaphor for someone that passed away in my family. And it set me free from all that struggle, because I was far from my family. It was my mom's sister, so it was super close to me, and I was feeling so alone and so powerless. And once I wrote Station to Station, I set myself free from that, because Station to Station says, like, let her go, you know, let her go. And that's what I did. So once I finished the song, I remember the feeling of having, like, you know, it's not up to me to control, so let her go. And I'll take this song as a message for me to carry on. That's it.
It is a beautiful song. I mean, I hear it all the time, and I remember, you know, when you wrote it, you know, I think I was one of the first few people that listened to it.
Yeah, you were definitely.
And I listen to it all the time. It's such a great song, and it's a beautiful metaphor. And I think, you know, wherever your aunt might be, I mean, she will be looking down on you and feeling so proud, because it is a beautiful homage. That is so great. Now, thinking about, you know, let's say someone that is in the, you know, someone that would like to step into the music industry, what advice would you give to them?
Well, music industry, it's not an easy industry to be in. It's very, like, you compare yourself a lot. People compare you a lot, like with other people. You depend a lot on people to do stuff for you, because it's not just, I'm going to do my work and it's going to work out. Like, you depend on people. You depend on people to stream your song. You depend on them to play it on playlists. You depend on them to share. You can't do it by yourself. It's not a solo career. It's not. So I think it's important to have that mindset. Like, I can't control everything, but I'm going to do my best. And also trust yourself. I trust my faith. I have a lot of faith. So if you think you are good at something, whenever you're doing your best, things are going to work out, because people are going to see how passionate you are about that. And no matter what career you choose, if you're choosing with like a lot of confidence, like, I'm doing this because it's what I love and I want to do this and it's going to work out, things are going to start working much better than like, I'm doing this because I want to be famous. I'm doing this because I want to be rich. Like, I don't think that's a reason, you know? So the first thing is realizing why you want to do that. Like, what are the reasons that are taking you to this path and not the other one? And then once you realize that, it's much easier for you to feel empowered by everything you're doing, and not let all the bad moments drag you down. And you're just like, you suffer with that, you process it, you struggle, and then you react and do something else.
Wow, that is really good sound advice. And what would you suggest for someone to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, in the music industry?
I'm still in the very beginning of my journey, so I can tell by my experience. I think for me, it's very important to be prepared in means of study. I study a lot, not just like techniques or anything like that, but it's more like knowing your style, knowing what you stand for, what's your message, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to be a music teacher? Do you want to be a music star? Do you want to be a manager? In what part of the music industry are you putting your effort in? And then you study that environment, you study that market, and then you build your personality and your identity in that. So it's not just like, I'm gonna take my guitar and go outside and play. If you wanna be a busker, you can, but then you're gonna study being a busker. Like, what do I need? What materials do I need? Do I have a guitar? Do I have an amp? Do I need a mic? I'm gonna do it without a mic. You know, this kind of stuff. Yes. It's not just a random thing. Anything you choose should be organized. That's how I see it.
Wow, it is very good sound advice. I mean, I always mention to people, be intentional with what exactly is it that you want in your career, because, you don't want to go into a career and then realize, oh, maybe it's not for me, So I think your advice is so sound, because people should be informed of what is it that they want, and be able to go to navigate the process into getting there. That's incredible advice. So if I was to ask you, what does the future hold for Mirella career?
Well, I can tell you what I'm trying to, what I'm planning. So after all this coronavirus situation, I am going to release a new song. So this is my current project right now. Is I'm working on Colorful, and I'm trying to make this as big as I can. I'm putting all my energy and all my effort in this project. So right now we are finishing the production, and it's all in distance, which is a very nice process as well. I'm trying to record everything I can, so I can make a video on YouTube to show how amazing it is to do a song like coronavirus situation, like quarantine, So my guitarist is from Italy, and he's in London, and my bassist is French, and she's actually here, Manon. And she's from France, and she's doing from there. I'm in Brazil with my producer, so everything it's by Zoom and Skype, and everything is like that, which I think it's a very nice process. I think before everything happened, before all this crisis, I was already enjoying the process, but I think just because everything is harder now, and like depending on our effort and our stuff, I think when the song comes alive, it's gonna be like, oh, my precious, Yeah. So I can't wait for the song to be ready and to share with everyone this amazing work that we're doing, because I'm super proud of it. So this is what my career is going for. And as soon as I do that, I'm going to try to release another one and see how it goes. I'm trying to get as much people involved as I can.
Again, let me allow you to remind you guys, whoever is watching, follow Mirella, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Also share it with your enemies, because, I'm sure they will thank you for it, because it's a great song. Yeah. Good. I personally think I don't have any more questions, and thank you so much. But I'm going to ask you to sing a song for us.
Yes.
And before you do that, can you just explain to us which song you're singing, and what was the creative process behind it?
Yes. So this song is quite of a new song. It's called "I Love Myself," and actually, this song I've been to a creative block thing, and I wasn't writing any songs for like 3 months. And this song, actually, I was like preparing to take a shower, blah blah blah, and I think I was raised in we all were, I think, in a society kind of that it's very ugly for you to say, you know what, I think I look good. I'm good with myself, like, and everybody looks at you like, oh my god, she's so full of herself, so I never in my life dared saying something like that. And so I came to a point in my life that I was like, you know what, I'm actually good with myself. And I say that in the song, it's not every day that I feel like this, but sometimes it's good and it feels so good. So when I wrote this song, I remember feeling like, my god, this is so good. Like, not the song itself, but just the feeling that comes from it. And I think it's such an important thing for us to feel, like self-love. Like, once you start loving yourself, and not just physically, but like, I'm a good person, I work hard, I'm doing my stuff, then things start flowing more naturally, because even if it doesn't work, you feel good about yourself, that you did your best. So I think this is so important, and this is kind of what the song is about. I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, 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 I love myself, yeah, in peace with my body as well. I love myself, yeah. Oh, baby, can't you tell? Woke up, feeling good. I gotta say, I'm pretty good with myself. I'll tell you what, if I could choose, I wanna be anyone else. And it's not every day that I feel this way, but today I love myself, yeah. In peace with my body as well. I love myself, yeah. Oh, baby, can't you tell? My hair shines bright in sunlight, and I got a confession, I'm friends with my reflection. And it's not every day that I feel okay, but today I love myself, yeah. Peace my body as well. I love myself, yeah. Oh, baby, can't you tell?
I absolutely love that song. I think, even in my work, in everything that I do, I think the most common thing that I see on my clients and in a lot of people that I meet is that, there is always the self-love issue. And, so I feel that this song is so powerful. And it will resonate with so many people. Maybe this will be your next single, because it's a great song. It is a great song. It is a great song. I hope it is, because I absolutely I love it. So, Mirella, is there anything that you would like to share with all the people that are watching us, just to leave them with a last message?
I'd like to thank everyone, all my friends that I can see that are joining. Thank you for coming. And also, I think just a positive message in general. I think this time is gonna pass. This is gonna end anytime soon. So we just have to keep being strong and doing what we love, and everything's gonna be fine at the end of the day. So I'm doing my job, my best, and I know that whenever we put our efforts and our energy and everything that we love, things work better. So don't let all the things around it. We can absorb it, but we can also let it go sometimes and put ourselves in a bubble just for a bit so we can survive.
That's a great message. Thank you very much. And for those of you watching, I'm really, really sorry again for not being able to do the live on Facebook. I did record a session. I will post it live shortly. I'm fighting technology and internet shortages at the moment, unfortunately. Just so that you know, next Tuesday we have Joanna Cardis. No, sorry, mistake. Next week, Tuesday, we will have our next career champion. That is Yvette Monasing. Yvette is a flower therapist and a flower healer. She works with the energy of flowers, and we will be talking about how she turned her passion into a new career as she was transitioning from being in retail. I hope you can join us on Tuesday. I hope all of these internet issues, streaming issues will be resolved by then. Really apologize for any inconvenience this has caused today. I could see a few messages that people were wanting to log on, and I'm really, really sorry that it didn't happen. So I want to wish you all a great Thursday afternoon. Make sure to look after yourselves, make sure to look after each other, be awesome, be inspired, be yourselves, and make sure you follow Mirella and support her in the launch of Colorful. Yeah, have an awesome day, and I will see you soon.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Okay.